All right. Let's make sure. All right, I think everything's good. Don't have anybody muted, and the map is up today, so it's a miracle.
What book was the other beast shapes in?
Monster manual?
I don't have access to the monster manual.
Because you're not supposed to.
Okay. Well, how am I supposed to get the other beast shapes?
Well, what beast shape do you want?
Well,
Oh my god! I'll be right
I don't
back.
know. I can look at it
Hold on.
later, I guess.
I can't hear you. I'm doing an eviction. Out! You're my favorite, but you're noisy. Someone must be cutting the lawn because she has two mortal enemies in life: the lawnmower man and the trash guy. And it's not trash day.
It's trash day for us, and our dog is the same way. It's also Tornado Tuesday, so she's been going off because of the alarm.
They don't care when the tornado alarm goes off on Wednesday mornings. They just sit there. But the trash man and the lawn guy, both people who are helpful, are her mortal enemies. What was I getting ready to do? I don't even know what I went in there for. I'm like going full blown retard. Let me see if there is. Is there? No, there's not like a player's monster manual module, is there? That would be perfect. So what shapes were you looking at?
I don't know. I was gonna look to see what shapes I could do, but
What about like look in Volo's Guide to Monster Player's Guide and see if there's something in there.
okay.
Load that one because that might add some of them for you.
Well, I have Bolos open because I'm a for bulk, so would that be an NPCs still?
Probably yes. See if that helps you, and then I'll see. Yeah, I mean, there are obvious reasons you don't release the monster manual.
No, I totally get that. You don't want people to be looking up what monsters people are
And
doing.
I'm not even saying that anybody would, but it's one of those things. If players were to pull a monster manual out of the table, I would just insta kill them with the Acme safe falling on them, like the in the Roadrunner.
You would think that someone would have made like a extension for druids, just so that way they had like the monster manual entries that they.
Well, yeah, because it is only beast shapes, so you would think, but no.
Well, I only have my top challenge rating is one. I don't know what challenge rating I'm allowed to have at this level as Circle of the Moon because I'm not super familiar. You said two? Okay. Well, I can look some stuff up and then let you know.
Okay. Oh, I know what I was getting ready to do. Let's do that. All right, so Mugrub is up.
Oh, I'm a thwack it.
You are restrained and all that good stuff.
Can you open up the map for me, please? Thank you.
Y'all are so demanding.
I said it very nicely.
I'm a thwack it so lightly it's gonna not even gonna realize I thwacked it.
One of the things I did last week was I put the map in the drop down bar, so the bottom bar at the bottom yellow would just open up as soon as I.
All right. Everything looks good. Nothing stupid.
And that is my turn. I thwacked it so lightly it didn't even realize I thwacked it.
And he actually didn't even thwack. Did you want to try to break
Okay.
the grapple?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, for now you'll be ungrappled. But he'll be up next, so, you know. So let's take care of those. I should just leave him on because he's going to hit you, but I'll take it off.
Yeah.
Alright.
He has advantage to hit me anyway, so it's
So
fine.
see if I can bust loose, or that's like that's the only thing I can really do, right?
Yeah, pretty much. So, make a strength check.
I'm trading athletics on.
Not trained enough.
Nope.
Alright. Let's see here. If it would let me open up my cat, thank you.
Alright.
Alright. Fight. Whoops, I just... There we go.
Alright,
Does
so
that hit?
it did hit, and you already rolled the damage on it, so...
Okay, and then claw. Ha ha!
Idiot.
No, that was just a tiny bit of claw.
People in diamond to death. Nothing wrong with
Alright. And where... Oh, I didn't need the combat tracker out.
And would you like to
Oh yeah, that thing. I forgot about that.
do your strength check?
Nope. I mean, yes, I would, but nope, I didn't get it, I'm pretty sure. Based off of memory.
Yeah, that was a fail. It doesn't matter. You would just be grappled again. Alright, my turn. So let's do... Let's see, who is grappled and restrained right now?
Me?
You, the tiger.
Me.
Well,
I'm free.
Sesame, I think, is. 'Cause this thing's just going to throw shit out. You're grappled and restrained. Quest is too far away for now.
Darn.
I can still move. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50.
Hey, I found my math book.
5, 10. We'll bring you along for the ride.
How did you? I was gonna say, how did you move through people?
Oh, because he's grappling, so he's just taking him along for the ride.
Does he still take the Cloud of Daggers damage?
On the start of his turn. That's another reason he needed to move out. So roll the damage on the Cloud of Daggers, and then I'll...
And thus falls Mr. Roper.
We'll see.
Please, pretty please.
We'll see.
I believe that was Bob who cast that.
Bob, you need to roll your Cloud of Damage, or Cloud of Damage daggers. Cloud of Daggers damage. I'm having old man...
Find the drain.
Definitely having old man moments this morning.
Okay, cloud of damage.
Yep, he's still alive. He says, you suck. Alright, so first on Mugrub. Let's pull his attacks up. Because, you know, he likes you, Mugrub. He likes having you close. A critical grab. Alright. He reels. He reels.
I'll eat that critical on a no damage attack.
Let's see. We still have 3 tentacles left. 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 on the fall.
Ow. So who's not grappled then? If he's got
No one.
how many people can he? How many tentacles does he have?
He can do 4 attacks a round. He has more than that. He has up to 6 tendrils at a time, which is perfect for a 6-party group.
Ouch.
And if you destroy a tentacle, he'll grow a new one.
Too bad we don't have a ranger in the party. I know what favorite enemy they'd be choosing most.
Ropers for one single encounter.
No, probably aberration.
All right, so I have.
Doesn't increase their damage.
We're gonna.
as good as it used to be.
We're gonna.
Its hunter's mark is what increases their damage.
Bob the Handsome gets pulled within range, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in range. We will randomly choose who's getting bit in the ass.
If I scream, will it be me?
The dice aren't going to care about screaming. So what we'll do from left to right, starting with Bob, ending with Mugrub. It'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, with Mugrub being 9, 10. So everybody's got a 20% chance of getting bit. Let's see what the deal is. 7, 8. That's cringe. That is not a good thing.
Cringe.
Oh boy.
That's a really bad thing. That'll be 8d8.
Oh boy.
Yay!
Jeez.
Exceeds by 18?
Yeah. Do you see what I rolled?
Yeah.
Oh dear God.
Fortunately for Crench, there were a lot of 1s and 2s in there. Or it could have been dead. I didn't want to start the session with an immediate death.
Well, just so you, my plan was to run away if you guys, looked like it was gonna all die. But that doesn't look like that's a plan anymore.
You know what they say about the best laid plans?
Exactly.
They always fail in D&D. That's what it says.
So am I healing Crench or am I healing Mugger?
I really don't know which one would be more beneficial.
I mean, I'm just as strong as Mudbrook, so I guess my chance of breaking free is about the
Too
same.
late, Ender. Too late. I just healed Mugger. Healed Mugger. I'll heal you next round then. I got one more healing word left.
You know, try to break this.
Let me try attacking him first, but then again, if I do that, it's gonna be shoot through soft cover. So what's the point? I might as well just take my turn and just try to break him. That's what skill is that again?
Strength.
Just straight strength, no athletics.
If you want to do athletics, I'm fine with that. It's supposed to be just a straight strength, and everybody's rolled athletics, and I'm not complaining. I'm giving you guys a chance, but it's
That's the whole point of taking athletics, besides climbing, is for grappling and...
but it is the 2-hit that's killing you. The fact that there you go.
I'll take that.
So let's get your grappled and restrained off for the moment.
Okay, so can I use my move action to run away?
No, because check is at the end of your turn.
Right, but I said I used that as my action because all I did so far was a bonus action.
I'm not that nice. Whenever you have a check like that, it's always end of turn. I mean, that's the wording. So no, if you want to if you want to before you did that do your attack, you can. but the check is end of turn. All right, Sesame. Oh my god. That -1 is going to kill you.
Okay.
All right, Bob.
My hand's free. Can I cast a spell?
Your hands are not free. You are grappled and restrained.
Alright, so I guess I'm gonna try to.
Do you have any spells that are verbal?
Let's see.
I mean, at this point, yeah, you can't even move your cloud of daggers. So,
You know, I can't.
is there anything you are you looking at your spells? Because being a warlock, you can do
Is B and S. Is that?
verbal and somatic. So that's pointing at them and saying. So you're not able to do that.
You're looking for just V only.
Verbal somatic. Verbal somatic.
Alright, how about this? Command word, release me.
Verbal somatic.
No, it's just V.
Command.
Yeah.
Alright, let's have a...
Release.
If it doesn't understand your language or spell has no effect, so let's see if it understands your language or understands a language. It understands common. We'll see if he says, screw you.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. What is this? It's a wisdom saving throw?
It's a wisdom saving throw.
He probably has a higher wisdom than you do. So let's see what he does. What's my number?
Let's see. Let's see. 10, I believe.
Well, it would be 8 plus your modifier plus your proficiency. So you have a +3, +2, 13. So I tied and saved.
Alright. Guess I'll try to get out.
So you said that, and he goes, no. And laughs. No. No.
So we're fighting George Decay if George Decay was a giant stalagmite.
Exactly. With the 16 wisdom.
Did not save.
Yeah, he just goes, no. Mugrub,
Alright.
can you do anything?
Am I restrained? Yeah, he critical hit me.
Yeah, so I need to add that. Let me add your stuff. Grappled and restrained. Go for it.
Alright, that's my turn.
You don't want to make your save?
I mean, it really doesn't matter.
I'll take that. That works.
You'll take not being dead. He could miss when he tries to roper you again. Because I already have 5 tentacles out, so I can't do another one.
Yeah, he has advantage.
You know, this is very self-defeating.
Oh, my mic was muted. That's my fault. Sorry about that. Nope.
Oh, God. 5, 10, 15.
I got out.
You did?
Yeah.
Well, well, hold on. I have 4 chances to rectify that. Because what else is he going to do? I have two things I can do.
Well, doesn't he only have one free tentacle?
The Roper makes 4 attacks with its tendril, so I can still do multi-attack. But I can...
You can always release the people and try attacking me.
Yeah.
I didn't even... Look at that. I didn't need all 4. 1, 2, 3. So same thing from Bob to Mugrub, and he'll skip Crench. He's going to save him to go in his gullet. I'm going to be nice and not kill Crench while he's unconscious.
Until the rest of us are.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the Tigger. And it wasn't... Well, we'll see. I was about to say it wasn't a crit, but... I'm critting a lot. That was so close to screwed. I hate Ropers.
No, I'm still in beast form.
You're
That's
still
good.
you're still mostly a tiger. He's done. And he spits out some fur. Blech, blech.
Crench, stand up.
That's what you get.
Woohoo!
And might as well just, you know what? I'm just gonna try attacking since what's the point?
I love the self-defeating attitude. You guys are so close and yet so far because you can't hit.
So far, I'm the one that has like the best chance of actually hitting because everyone else is at disadvantage.
Yeah.
And yet,
Yep.
Does a 14 get me out?
No. I wish it did, but no.
In case anyone is keeping track, that was my last spell.
oh no.
It's okay, bud.
Well, I guess I'll try to get out because I ain't got no more spell slots. Yeah, no, I guess I didn't.
Oh my god.
Now quadriplegic.
Yeah.
All right, Mugrub, what you doing?
I'm attempting a thwack but failing.
We'll see. See? You hit.
Yeah. And that'll be it.
You return to
Alright,
consciousness,
I might as
I
well
say.
try and
Save yourself.
Well, he's still up in the air being held by that tentacle while he's like, ha 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 ha.
match that tentacle. Oh,
Yeah. Everyone is grappled right now.
You're all just flailing around in the air. It probably would be pretty funny to see.
alright.
All right. Can the Tigger seal the deal?
Alright, let's try. That's not what I roll. I double click. My mouse has been doing that. That's fine. Everything is fine. Okay.
You gotta love when the mouse misbehaves.
My mouse has been doing that. Like, I've been, like, duplicating stuff on other games and stuff. I don't know. I need a new mouse.
Yeah, once it starts doing that, that's when it's time to look for a new one or take it apart and clean the contact in there. Not grappled and restrained for the moment.
Alright, and I'll use my bonus action to heal myself a little bit.
Well, I did the wrong person. Sorry about that.
Healed 2.
Let's fix that. Now the right person is no longer grappled or restrained.
So I went through and found some challenge rating 2 that sounded interesting to me. Would I have seen a rhino? You can
Yes,
tell me no.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have.
We'll
It's a greenest zoo.
we'll decide that in a moment.
Okay. I don't have any beast ships left for this combat anyway, so it's not important at the moment.
All right, so I don't have anything else to do with him, so let's do this.
That's not for this druid though. That's for a different druid.
Scroll down.
We'll just go ahead and say
So I don't have 2 until level 6. You said,
No, you have to.
and then I don't know how to read this.
all right, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 targets. We'll just roll a d6 in order. That's the tiger. Let's root for no crits. Oh, come on.
I think my tiger AC is 12. He didn't try to cripple. Yeah, oh, he did up there. Okay, let's see.
Yeah, the Roper's not going to let anybody get away easy. It's in his job description.
Alright.
They even gave him a little sign. It's in the back corner of the map that they put over him. I'm a douche.
Do I slip out of his?
Alright, well, my 2 attacks failed, so athletics check, here we go. 14 doesn't do it.
Nope. You just like squirming and not getting out. Sesame has given up altogether on trying to break this.
Too old to be struggling. Does a 16 get me out?
Yep. So, for the moment, you are no longer restrained and grappled.
Okay.
Like, how many hit points do you have left? Like 5?
Hit points.
Yeah.
5, that's when he's at full health. What are you talking about?
Bob only has 1 wound. The dice have not hated him today.
Nah, he was talking about the roper.
The Roper? Oh, you'll find out when he dies. All right, so Mugrub, you're up. That hits.
There we go. I'm just gonna stand there continuously swinging at his corpse.
And I will tell you, you barely killed him.
As soon as Crunch gets released, he starts just smashing it.
Exceeded by 4 is good enough.
You barely killed him.
Crunch, no like you. Die.
All right,
Some more.
let's take the cloud of daggers up so you guys aren't walking through it.
Yeah, dispel it.
All right, let's see if there is any treasure in the Roper room.
I thought you were just gonna leave it in the roper, and I was like, what the hell is this? Skyrim with wolves and rubies shoved up their ass?
You see, the reason that wolves have money and gems and so forth is because they eat the people, and the people have the gems and the money on them.
All right, so I need everyone. I assume you're searching the area, correct?
Yeah.
All right, so I need everyone to roll a perception check.
Oh yeah.
Now we're rolling good rolls, guys.
Yeah, it's a little. You're a day late and a dollar short. All right, so the 19 and above, the 4 of you. You're searching the room. You find 2 dragon eggs down here. The people that rolled the good rolls also see what appears to be something camouflaged.
Oh, I see
Alright.
something camouflage right there.
I'll go up and take a look at it.
You look, and there's another nest that's camouflaged here, and there is another egg in here.
Ooh, we got 3 just like Khaleesi. Let's go hatch these puppies. We win.
Would the druid like to do some nature checks, and I'll let and the bard, since the
Yes.
bard can roll everything basically.
I'm
Yep.
proficient in nature.
All right, so with that 20,
Again, now I roll great.
yeah, Crench is just like those eggs. They look like chicken eggs. The 2 people that rolled well, you're able to tell, and it doesn't specify. So you're able to tell the color of the dragon in each egg.
Nice.
So,
What 3 colors are we dealing?
like I said, it doesn't specify. So
Oh, okay.
My guess is at least chromatic.
the
Well, metallics aren't colors, so it has to be chromatics, plus these guys are evil. Since we've saw blues, they're probably blues.
actually, hold on. They're all 3 black dragon eggs. Once I pull the parcel up.
They're neutral.
I'm keeping one.
No,
Yep.
black dragons are definitely not neutral.
Yeah, these black dragons are going to grow up to be less than neutral.
Chaotic evil.
Should we smash them now or smash them later?
But,
keep
I mean,
one.
there's no guarantee of that. I mean, they are reptilian, so if we raise them, they'll imprint on us, hopefully.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's really no raising dragons and having an NPC in the game, so what would
Here's
you
what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take my rapier and shove it right through, very neatly through one of the eggs.
I'm very grossly gonna cut up one of the other eggs.
Rand's just gonna put his egg in his backpack and look at you guys like you're freaking demon spawn.
Yeah, it will not fit in your backpack. It's a dragon egg.
I'm imagining it's like the size of a dwarf.
Yeah, they're large. So
I don't think that these should be allowed to survive.
So Mugrub cracks one of them open, and you'll feel bad because you see an infant dragon in there, and it's because it's not ready to be born. It struggles for breath, cries and squirms like a human baby for a few moments, and then it dies.
And then it gets an axe to the throat.
You are horrible, horrible people.
Yes, but he one-shotted a dragon.
He did. This is probably the only time that he will one-shot a dragon.
Call me Dragon Slayer now.
And our bard pierced the egg with a weapon. You hear stuff going on inside, and it dies. And you
Did I one-shot a dragon?
No, he doesn't get a one-shot 2 dragons.
he just one-shot a dragon.
Well, that's a second one, damn it.
He's ahead of you. You have a 3rd egg. Do you want to compete for the 3rd egg?
Dead body. I mean, not only are you killing something defenseless, but you're killing an infant. F off, I'm not evil. I don't care if this might grow up to be evil. Leave me alone.
Yeah, me too.
So I'll just move this one back under the camouflage and leave it.
Okay. Just tell the city in a year or so to expect to be terrorized by another dragon, but it's fine.
I'm fine with that. I mean, not all dragons, even evil dragons, not all of them are, complete waste of space. Look at Kalendros. He was lawfully evil and extremely loyal.
Who?
Sky, Kitty R's blue. His dragon name's
Alright, so let me pull the encounter on here and get you guys your XP, even though it doesn't matter. Like I said, I do it to make you feel better.
10 million XP apiece.
For one shot in 2 dragons.
Well, you don't
that's
get
awesome.
XP for that. So, you know,
Oh,
you
come on.
you murdered baby dragons. You're just be glad you're getting XP for the roper instead of, hey, re-roll your character.
Yeah.
I'd just be happy with leveling. That'd be nice.
Hey, that would actually get us right at the level.
So everyone should be at that, but until we're out of here, you're not leveling.
Alright, let's get out of here, folks.
But you're not done. So you still have a section of this room you haven't gone over to. It looks like an area that dives down. And you have 2 rooms left.
Okay, guys.
Short break, short rest for some healing.
Well,
I don't have
that's
any
just it.
V-tape left.
We should maybe try and find a place we can hole up and do a long rest, because I'm out of spells, Quest's out of spells, we're all almost dead, you know, Bob's out of spells. I mean, literally, we might as well be a bunch of peasant commoners if we go into a fight without a long rest at this point.
At the very least, a short rest. Let's see how we are after a short rest.
There are people on the way here right now.
Well, you can take a short rest for whoever can get stuff back, but you're not going to have time to take a long rest. So, where would you like to take a short rest?
I don't.
That room looks nice.
What room?
The
I
one
made
we're
a
in.
little circle in it.
All right. So,
Oh, all the way back there. Oh, wow. Okay.
so you guys,
How about we go over...
here's the
and
question.
check
Who goes up the
direction
steps
over
first?
there,
Who goes
And
up the
then-
steps first?
and then we can take a rest in that depression. At least we'll be out of sight, hopefully out of mind.
Tell me the order you're going up first. All right. Is anybody going behind him?
Yeah, I'll be right behind him.
And who's behind Crench?
I'll be 3rd. 4th.
All right, you get to the top of the steps,
Marching order.
and the roper's cousin pops up. That
Oh no.
that would be awful. But yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Go ahead and roll initiative. Actually, you get to the top of the steps, and they do get their little thing to happen. So this
Oh,
is
fucking nuts.
this is not good. It's not bad, but it's not good. So on you. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to redo that because I need to take the grappled and restrained off everybody. So let me do that. In fact, let me remove all conditions.
Can just those with the conditions on them re-roll their initiative? Can those of us that didn't keep our initiative?
All right. This is what I'm going to do. Go ahead and roll your initiatives without your restrained on. Some of you didn't have restrained on. If you were restrained, go ahead and re-roll.
Ah, that's better.
Yay.
Much.
All right, so within 10 feet, 5, 10. So here we go. It'll be you.
Can I see it? Because I have danger sense.
No.
Okay.
It'll
That
be
makes sense.
you. Jesus Christ. And you. All right, so that's the first one. The second one does the same thing.
Wait, what?
I have specific things I have to do here, which I hate being told what to do for combat, but I have no choice.
Okay, next time we decide to take a short rest, we take it right exactly where we're at.
All right, so what happened when you got to the top of the steps, 2 glue bombs hit. So I get to add this to the failures. Let me make sure what my failures were. So fail, fail, quest passed, then fail, fail, quest passed. So here we go. Restrained and restrained. That's the first 2 guys.
You restrained Mugrub twice.
You know what? Because he should be mug rubbed twice.
I am pretty big. Great.
I will take one of the restraints off of you, even though I find it amusing. Alright, so that's 2 restraints. Now for the next thing, because the other 2 guys do something else.
Mogrub takes that as a compliment.
Let's see what this thing is. Oh, Jesus. Alright, so...
Game over, man. Game over.
No, it's not that horrible. But I'm going to have you all roll. So, Mugrub, Crench, and Quest. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Can I see this one?
No, this was... You're going to need to actually make 2.
Pass.
Alright, so those 3 pass. Do it again. Alright, so we have...
Jeez,
Jesus,
what
we
the
have...
hell is back there?
We have 3 passes and 3 fails. So I'm going to roll a damage. So what happened? 2 glue bombs and 2 fire bombs all lobbed up the minute that someone got to the top of those steps. No one got down into this pit by the steps. You all got dragged over the edge. So you didn't do what triggered this part of the encounter in the room, because it assumes that people are going to go down the steps to attack the roper. It doesn't
I
assume...
went down the stairs to attack the roper.
I thought you got pulled down.
No, in tiger form I ran down,
Oh.
and I ran right next to the blue guy. But that's okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I
then
don't
you
think
were
you
an
took the stairs.
exceptionally nimble tiger, because I don't want to rewind back to the roper being alive, so...
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Because you guys would have had more damage on you and more people would have been down. Because these guys would have come up the hill and then started lobbing and throwing every turn. Alright, so I'm going to... I mean, you really can't see them, but there they are. So, on the first one, everyone will take 2 damage that got hit. So that's Mugrub, Crench, and Quest. So let's add 2. 19. Crench. And Quest. Yeah, you just did. And Mugrub.
2 hit points left.
Me too.
Alright, now for the 3 of you failed on the second firebomb. That's 3 damage. So Mugrub's
I'm
at
dead again.
21,
Down.
24, 21. Alright. This is just a shit encounter. Alright, quest. Make your death save. One, two.
How'd they roll so many good rolls? Jeez.
They took ours. Obviously, time to change the dice color.
Yep, time to buy new dice. Alrighty. So we're gonna say Kobold's 1. Oh, it says who are the glue bombs. So glue bomb is up. Glue bomb's gonna try to hit the druid. So that means druid, Sesame, and Bob. Would you like to make your own deck saves? Or do you want me to drop it on you?
You can drop it on me.
Alright, so we're going to say you decided for the group.
What? We're dying?
Maybe.
More than likely.
My wife was talking to themselves dying in real life too. I'm just kidding.
The immediate withdrawal of that statement.
Bob makes a crit. Alright, so the druid is, can you guess? Restrained. These are, I mean, they'll go down quick if you guys freaking get them.
Die.
Yeah.
I at least have advantage on all the dexterity saving throws now.
So glue bomb 2, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So he'll throw in Sesame. I think Quest is, well, Quest is down, so he's worse than restrained. But let's do this. So 1 restrained. 2 and you're already restrained, so I'm not can't double restrain you. I really hate these guys. All right, so firebomb.
I have advantage on that. So it's just a straight roll.
All right, well, let's do this. Well, just go ahead and make your deck save. All right. So that passes. This will be the damage for everybody that fails. So it'll be 3. You'll take 1. Alright, he chucked it on you. It's AoE damage, so Crench and Quest, even if it does anything, it's not going to affect your death saves. It's only actual melee damage. So you're fine. You're not dead. Chucker number 2. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And I'm going to try to do this as nicely as possible to spread it out. Bob succeeded. So Bob will take half. Oops, that's 3. Who else did we hit? Sesame and Dayrona. All right, Sesame. You are restrained. That's just the theme of the day for your character. Yeah, I was hoping before you went up these steps, you guys would like go in the back corner of the egg room and take your short rest and get some shit back, but
Alright, so I am going to
Some of us don't
cast.
want that.
Which one's unconscious? Is there anyone unconscious?
Me.
2 people.
yeah, 2 people are down and out.
If you got some sort of AoE to use on those little bastards, now would be the time.
I was gonna heal one of you, but I do have an AoE, so I'll do that instead.
Yeah, if they're dead, then you can heal us after they're dead.
20-foot radius. How do I do a circle?
Right click, there's an arrow that says pointers, click it, then select the circle, and then once you do that, you'll be able to just click and drag and it'll draw it out. And then once you'll have a center box and a box on the circle, use the one on the circle to expand it, the one in the middle to move it.
Damn, 20-foot radius, that's huge.
Yeah.
Here, what are you trying to drop?
Spike growth.
Yeah, that's going to be rather big. And what's the range away you can do it?
Let's see. It is 150 feet, so I'm okay.
All right.
I just gotta be careful about placement.
Yep. You could always spike growth your friends. I'm fine with that.
I'm not. Alright. The area becomes difficult terrain when a creature moves into or within the area. It takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels. So, like that. The transformation of the ground is camouflaged to look natural. Any creature that can't see the area at the time the spell is cast must make a wisdom perception check to recognize it's hazardous. I'll let my people know. Hey guys, spikes!
So, I mean, technically they can see the ground because they're in it, so they would notice the difference.
But it's still 2d4 for every 5 feet of movement.
Yeah, so I'll have to determine if they're going to move or not. Or if they need to.
And then that's my second level spell, so
Okay. You want to try and break the glue?
sure, what is that? A strength?
Yep.
What happened to my strength? Oh, never mind.
You're not a tiger anymore.
I'm not a tiger anymore. Got confused. I'm not used to being a druid.
You're just like, damn it! That variable strength is going to kill me. It may well.
Okay, and I'm done.
All right. And mug rub.
I'm gonna throw a dragon. I'm gonna throw a dragon. I'm gonna throw a dagger at one of their skulls.
You're like, screw you, come on. Go for it. a Cobalt, so it hit.
And
You killed one of them.
that's. I'm restrained still.
Yep.
Alright.
And make your death.
I'm gonna try to not do that.
I was about to say make your death save. Make your restrained save. Make your death save, because I'm sure you're going to die now.
I don't have any more rages. There's a pretty good chance.
That took care of it. All right. Bob.
Can I see number 1, Cobalt GV1? Since he's there on the edge.
I'm going to say you can see Glue Bomb and Fireball, Cobalt. Who is more dangerous to you?
Fireball, I think. So let's target him.
You are restrained, just so you know.
I'm not restrained.
Yeah, you are.
I am. How am I restrained?
Because you got Glue Bombed. The Glue Bomb has a 10-foot radius, and so when I hit...
Can I still cast a spell? Eldritch Blast?
I'm going to be nice. Cast your fucking spell.
I only hit it once. What the hell?
Well, it's because you're restrained, so you roll at disadvantage.
Oh, so I missed.
Yep.
Fine.
I gave you a chance.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's 2 death fails.
Can I roll mine,
Would you like to?
please?
Don't roll yet.
And here comes the 1.
Don't roll yet. Wait till I... Oh.
Or the 20.
It was a 10. It
The dice was a natural 20.
I know, and
Yeah,
it came up as a 10. That's fucking fantasy grounds. So let me get rid of your second... Oh, you took care of it. Okay.
So do we take the dice or do we take the dice?
You take what comes up in chat, unfortunately. It'll do that. And that's annoying as shit. It's like, I crit! And you look down, it's like, 10. What the fuck? That's one of those things they need to fix. Alright, so... Let me see how many glue bombs these suckers have on them. Hold on a second. I mean, if they have infinite glue bombs, that's going to suck.
Well, I mean, eventually they have to run out of bombs.
Alright, so if I do actually die here, I'm thinking a sorcerer for my next character.
Alright, so glue bomb number 1. This is going to kill him.
That would be fun.
Let me take a look at something real quick, too.
I always hate ranged NPCs that don't have an ammunition tracker.
Roll 8D or roll 4d4. Who has the spike growth up?
Oh, shoot. How many D4?
4.
4 D4?
Roll 4 ones. Because that'll be funny. Alright. Glue bomb number 2. Roll 2d4.
Whoops.
That's fine.
It's my mouse.
Well, we'll take the 7. Because that's what came up first.
Okay. Sounds good to me. Austin, I need a new mouse.
I know.
All right, fireball. Roll 44. All right, so that's the end of them. You're gonna leave your spike growth up.
No, I'll remove it.
All right, if you are restrained, Quest, make your death save.
That was an 18. I got robbed.
I didn't even see a roll.
Exactly. It rolled, but I'll take a 16.
Yeah, that showed as an 18 on the die, and it became a 16. So your dice are gimpy.
Time to change dice.
Sessom, you want to break your restrain?
I wonder if it has anything to do with the color of the dice and the coating.
No.
Dayrona, you want to break your restrain?
Yes, please. Restrain. Dex. Not dex strength. That's what I'm trying to say. Nope. Who's still unconscious?
Quest.
Me,
How many? I mean, I guess I wouldn't know how many death saves you have, so I'll just heal random.
Yay, thank you.
Actually, you get more than that because I have to cast it at level 2 because I have no level 1 spells left, so you get that too. Minus 3 because it's 2d3 plus 2d8 plus 3. So I guess
So Crench,
7 total.
that's Crench with his first dying failure.
go ahead and roll that if I can.
Go ahead.
That's better.
Oh, that's cool that once you've used up your spell slot,
Mugrub.
that section away.
You're going to move. You're going to try to drag Crench out of there. You can make a strength save for him to get him out of the glue if you want.
Yeah, I'll do that. Can I, is he still down?
Yes, he's knocked out.
Nothing's left, right? I'm not seeing anything on the map.
No, not at the moment.
Can I use a medicine check to try to stabilize him?
You may. You poke a finger in the hole and nothing happens.
That's about how I pictured it, too.
He squirms. You go, I stop bleeding. Thump. And there's a little bit of a whimper that happens.
Here, let me try a medicine check, alright?
All right, Bob. Since we have people dying.
Try getting out.
Nope, you're still glue man. All right, Quest. You just took your turn, did the medicine check. So he's stable. Sessom, you're restrained. Dayrona, restrained. Oh, you did a 15, so
Yes!
Yay!
here we go.
Cranch is up.
I'm gonna break Crench free.
Well, Crench is stable.
Yeah, but he's still restrained.
So on your turn, go ahead and do your strength check. This is just a pure strength, not athletics, because you're trying to yank him up.
It's the same.
Maybe we should pull up in the corner, folks.
I've got Song of Rest, so if we take a
That succeeds.
rest, we get additional D6 hit points back.
Sounds
So
like
we're going back to that room, right?
Bob is still restrained. Does somebody want to help him? If that's not restrained, you can do the aid action, and that will help.
I don't think we should try and
If you do the aid action, it gives him advantage.
Athletics? Okay, so no, he gets advantage. I'll try to help him. I'll do the
Alright.
aid action.
So you do the aid action. Bob, roll your save at advantage, your strength save. So click the advantage thing down next to modifier and then roll it. Or just roll a second d20 then. And you still didn't break free.
And I'm still fucking stuck here.
I think we should just go over there to that little depression and take our rest. Because if we go walking through here and we run into something else without taking a rest, I mean, I really don't want to die again.
Okay, so I'm not aiding to help him out.
Alright, so Crench should not be restrained because you got yanked out. You're stable.
But not conscious.
Correct.
I did
So,
what I could.
Bob, roll at advantage again. You're getting aided.
Thank you.
So roll your strength check. You got to make one of them. You squeaked it out.
Dropped the roll in between you two, and whichever one it hit.
All right.
What it healed.
So I guess you're going to drag his body over there. Or are you going to just go in the corner here and...
Let's just go in the corner.
Because you had a couple people that suggested you rest in the corner, which would have, like, worked out well for you.
That's what I think.
Alright. So you drag Crench down to... the corner.
Okay, that corner works.
I just figured they're less likely to look down there in that little depression than in the main area.
Well, I was thinking because there's like a bunch of hills and stuff. We don't want to throw an unconscious body down a slope.
Yeah.
Is Crench still down?
He's stable. But
Okay, so while he's out, I go back to that egg he hid, and I shove my
Are you seriously gonna do that?
He did it.
I was gonna do it too.
You won't know. Yeah, but you're unconscious. Your character won't know, and he's not smashing it. He just goes over and pierces it with a rapier.
Camouflaged.
Yeah.
I put some mud over the hole.
So Crench won't know the difference. You got to remember, player knowledge is not character knowledge. So they while you were unconscious, he went over and rapiered it. He goes, whop.
No, because before he did it, I Eldritch blasted him.
No, there's no.
Yeah, that sounds good.
There's
Let's
no
go.
PC melee. We're not doing that.
Leave the leg alone.
Yeah, like that's just pure evil, yo. Come on.
Isn't French
If we wanted to be murder hobos.
Yeah, Crench is unconscious. So yeah, he has.
chaotic evil character.
He would have like no input on that. So it is strictly up to the characters.
Yeah, don't touch the egg.
So you're going over and the warlock saying, "Leave the egg alone." What are you gonna do?
Do I have any backup?
I think that we shouldn't let the dragon live. I think that's gonna have some serious repercussions.
So, because it might grow up to be bad, we should just kill it. So, since anything could grow up to be evil, we should just kill all babies, right? That's legit.
You're unconscious.
Yeah. So we ignore him dreaming about killing unconscious babies. So right now you have the warlock saying, "Leave the egg alone."
Party vote of all those that are conscious. All those in favor of death to the egg. One.
So that
Two.
Quest Druid, I know Mugrub wants to crack it. So you got the majority of the party. And I'm going to be honest. This isn't a stopping Hitler conversation, saying, oh, well, if he grew up in a better environment and didn't get rejected by museum owners, you know, when he was doing shitty paintings, that he wouldn't have killed all the Jews. This thing is a chaotic evil creature, and no matter what, it will murder people and steal things because that's what black dragons do. So it is not an evil act because it's not alive yet, to stop it from hatching and becoming alive.
Leave the egg alone.
Well, you got the whole party except you saying, let's kill it, because you don't want to have to do... You guys say what you're going to say to him to try to talk him into it.
I don't know what.
I mean, James knows I have my morality about stuff in game where I won't do certain things. This doesn't cross that. And I usually stop people, you know, if it's an unconscious opponent, then yeah, you're not going to kill it and stuff like that. This is not. This is something that is not born, not alive yet. It's an egg. I mean, you may go and eat a chicken egg tomorrow. Are you going to stop eating chicken eggs? So this is not a chicken equivalent. This is a horribly evil creature.
Hey Bob, they've got people on their way to come here right now. If they pick up that black dragon egg, they can train it and become a massive problem.
You're already.
Not to mention that black dragons are always evil. There's no, like, I love nature, and I don't like killing animals in general, but
Dragons are not natural.
And we were already attacked by one of these dragons trained by these guys.
Hey, Eldridge, blast the egg.
So Craig's just going to wake up and there's going to be an exploded egg over there.
Omelets?
He's like, Bob just went, fuck it.
A bunch of the yolk gets all over the dude that wants to stab it.
Alright, so short rest and a song of rest, so an extra d6 hit points back.
Yeah, because you'll be able to, you haven't used your hit die yet.
so from last time, I had
Oh, look at that. You weren't even fucked up that bad, were you?
I really know.
I remember from last time I was supposed to have my extra hit die, but something weird happened and I only have 2. Could I have that hit die back or no?
You know what? I guarantee I know what happened.
So,
I had
can you
never
heal
used,
us for a D6 quest?
Yeah, I rolled a 5, so if everyone wants to take 5 back, or you can just roll it yourself.
Alright, so this is what I'm going to do. So wait a minute, your XP should be at what, 2710. Next level, we'll worry about in a minute.
Yeah, we level at 2700, but
Yeah, but it's
probably need to get out of the cave of death.
yeah, we need to get past the chapter basically. I am guessing that we didn't do this, so let's do this. Druid here. Now we're gonna get rid of that ability score improvement, but let's take a look at your character, because it gave you what? It gave you 7 hit points and ability score improvement, which you don't have. I added that. Let's take a look at your character, and I bet you've got... Why do you still just have 2 hit die?
I don't know.
Yeah, the same thing to me. I've never used the hit die yet, and I only had 2.
Have you guys been dragging your character over?
Dragging
Yeah.
the thing that says cleric with the little shield when I level?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's how I level. I've always leveled that way, and you know that.
Yeah, I know.
I know, but that's what I assumed might have happened, and, you know, I assumed wrong. So, you got 24 hit points, and let's get rid of this shit in your thing so you're not like, wait a minute, what happened?
I think the last time we took a long rest, we thought we were taking a short rest.
You
We got
may have
42,
used one of them
maybe.
then.
Well, I had used one, and then we took the long rest, and I was supposed to get that back because I didn't use the two. I think that the double click thing happened, and I accidentally used both of them. But that's fine. I can just use the one, and then
I mean, it's showing that you have 2 now.
yeah.
That's still showing me as only one.
Yeah, but if you use some before, they wouldn't be recovered until a long rest.
No, that's just it. I hadn't.
And don't forget, you get to add another D6. There you go.
And I get my beast shapes back.
Yep.
So,
I just get my sack of health back.
would I have seen either a saber-toothed tiger, a giant elk, or a rhino?
Well, giant elk, I'll give you that as a given.
Form of man-bear pig.
I'm honestly surprised there hasn't been a druid circle to where they can do like partial transformations, like just for like the claws or something.
There is one. It's called Get Bit by a Werewolf.
True, you're right.
Yeah, but the problem with that is then you're an NPC.
Alright, so my fellow casters, what second level spells do you have? I got a second level spell and I'm trying not to do.
I have every second level spell in the cleric area.
Same with our resident druid.
Yep. And I pick them per day.
We actually level.
No, you haven't leveled yet.
We will level if we ever get out of here.
Right, I'm just planning.
Alright, so...
Let's get out of here because leveling will only take 2 seconds and maybe we can get something done.
Yeah, but you have to finish this chapter to level. So, you either... If you choose to leave, you can't come back into this. We consider the chapter done. So...
We need to go through
Alright,
the rest of the cave.
Dayrona,
Yes.
pick high or low.
Hi.
Alright. Above...
No,
Above 50%, 51 to 100, you've seen a rhino. So, you've got that.
no, I get we've got to make it out of the cave.
You have not seen a saber-tooth.
Okay.
Is that we need to start doing that so we can get out of here and maybe possibly do something else because we've been on this roper now for like 2 months.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, we did have an extended period where we were off, too, so... But the Roper has been your arch nemesis.
So really, we accomplished a great deal today.
Yeah, because you killed your arch nemesis, for now. You had more trouble with the Roper than with the Blue Dragon guy that should have murdered your whole party. And that's because I couldn't make a roll with the Blue Dragon guy. If you remember, with that main fight, you guys killed him because I couldn't kill you. Because it was the Blue Dragon and the two, what were they? Gladiators. They were gladiators. So, I mean, you had 2 guys with 90 hit points and another one with a shit ton more. And multi-attacks and breath weapons. And I couldn't make a roll, and you made your saves on the breath weapons, even though I recharged. So, that fight that should have been massive became a joke. And then the Roper room should be horrible, but not as horrible as it was. It just came down to I rolled a lot of crits on bite damage and other stuff. So, It was not good.
I get that we accomplished a lot by killing the broker, but I'm probably gonna pull my own eyes out if the next session I see this game again. Let's go, please.
All right.
Can we just
So you
run
guys,
around
everyone's
the room?
gotten their hit points back, taking their rest, and all that shit, right?
No, I'm fine with checking the rooms. I mean, let's stop just sitting here. Let's go.
Well, I mean, you've got to do your maintenance because you don't, if you walk in a room and you haven't done your hit die and stuff like that, I'm just going to say, too bad you had your opportunity to make your rolls. So I'm going to simply move you guys up to the next area you're going to. And all right, so you have a great area to the right where you're standing. I'll open up so you can see a little more. You see steps going down, and you see a drop over there. Is it a drop? Let's take a look.
French, are you upside down because you're in distress?
No, I think I was turned upside down when I was unconscious, and I can't turn myself right side up. So.
There.
There I am.
All right, so which way you want to go? I'm going to go ahead and zoom in so you have the area, since we don't need the whole map here.
I don't care which way.
Let's go downstairs.
I'm gonna move to that ledge.
Let me, try observing for traps. I mean, I'm not no rogue, but I can at least perception it.
Go for it.
Mind you, I got dark vision, so.
All right, so you're looking down the steps. The steps do not appear to be trapped. And let's open up as much of this as we can so it's clean as this blocky thing can be. So you're looking down.
Seeing anything like slipperiness where we're gonna slip down and hurt ourselves?
No, it looks like
Lose half our
steps. Bob's just like, screw it, I'm running on down there.
And you said this were like above this whatever this is down here.
Oh, hold on. So at the bottom of the steps there's a curtain.
Peek through it.
Who's peeking through it?
Me, Bob.
The new guy. We volunteered the new guy to do it.
You're like, we dare you to do that.
You still covered in egg yolk?
Oh God.
Probably. All right, so
Are those lights you're putting there?
Just whenever
Yeah.
So you did a perception check on the steps. I'm gonna describe this curtain that's hanging down there, and then you can tell me what you're doing here. Basically, it's not like a true curtain. It's, like those bead curtains that you walk through into a room. This looks like leather strips hanging down across the entryway, almost like when you go into a meat locker, they have those plastic strips that are all together. It looks like that, except it's leather. Because, they don't have plastic. So, Bob, are you gonna you're going through?
Going through, gotta go peek through first.
Well, to do that, you have to brush it aside.
Okay.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Of course! A leather curtain requires a dexterity saving throw. Natural.
21.
3 ropers this time.
Oh no, I've run away.
All right, you passed. I mean, you kind of brush the curtain, and it's kind of like you feel something hit your skin and you pull back.
Oh.
Is the curtain a mimic?
I was more expecting it to be made of metal razors or something like that.
Would you like to roll a perception check to examine the...
Yeah. Not much I can do that for. No, it's a leather strip.
You're absolutely certain that it's fine. So, what do you want to do?
I examined it with him, since I'm right next to him.
What are you going to do?
I'm right next to him, so I took a look as well.
Okay, so he's like, looks fine to me, and he gets ready to open it. And you go, wait a minute. And you see that there are barbs all down that leather.
So I take my sickle and I push it aside.
Razor leather, okay.
So, I mean, to make it through, or you tell me exactly what you're doing to get through, because it tells me exactly what you have to do to get through here.
How about slash the leather with my sickle? Cut it.
I mean, you beat at it, and it's kind of like trying to hit something hanging in the air. It's just going to flop back and forth. So, is there anything else you can think of to try to get through this entry safely?
How about Eldritch Blast, the thing that's holding it up?
Yeah, I'll Eldritch blast the damn thing.
Again, it's going to kind of flop. I'm telling you this because I'm looking at the AC and hit points and how it does it, and there's a way to get in here.
Can we crawl under it?
Hey, Chubby Cobalt Gaming, thanks for the follow. Somebody just...
I'll use produce flame, and I'll keep producing flame at the top of each one of these damn strips till it burns all the way through, and then it falls down. Then I will grab my stick
Bob.
and slowly move all the strips out of the way.
Yeah, it's not going to do it either.
Bob, that was
No, I'm saying to Bob, you're gonna push it aside with a sickle. What could you do to make sure you get safely in there? You kind of have the idea.
go from one end to the other and then push it through.
Well, think about this. If you had a giant curtain there and it had all this shit on it, and you wanted to go into the room,
Can we just tie it to the wall?
but well, you can't. I mean, there's nothing to tie it off to. So, but you wanted to be able to use it again. So if somebody tried to come in, how would you get in that room?
So is it on rings at the top?
No, it is. You can't see where it's hung because it looks like it's hung inside above the entryway. But I mean, you can literally push it aside. Pushing aside will hit you. But with pushing aside with your hands, your body is going to hit you. What do you want to do to try to get in this room? Or do you want to just say, fuck this room and leave?
Can I use my greatsword to make it so everyone can pass through?
You mean hold it aside while they go through?
Yeah.
Yes, you may.
Okay.
I like Crunch's idea of just burn the thing.
It doesn't have hit points. It doesn't, it's something that's here that is not attackable. I don't know why they chose that.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what the thing says. But I mean, common sense.
Well, common sense also says if you get hit with fire and you're wearing leather armor, then your leather armor goes away. So you don't want to go down that road where I destroy your armor because you make the choice to destroy something that's the equivalent of your leather armor. Because that's basically what this is hanging here. It's strips of leather armor with barbs in it. And It's going to go both ways if we do that. So it's a trap that's a puzzle that you solve a certain way.
Yeah, I just keep it aside so everyone can get through. And then I'm going to keep it aside while I'm going through as well.
All right. I mean, that's what you have to think of. If you're trying to come up with an option, and that option would negate, you know, your own protection down the line, you don't want to add that option to the game.
Well, yeah, I mean, but if you look at, and I don't care, we're doing it this way now, but if you look at anything that burns something in the game, it says it burns it if it's not held. If it's held, then it, for whatever reason, it doesn't burn. Magic of holding stuff.
Yeah, but that's generally how I don't. I mean, I choose to not judge that way. If we make a decision that negates something, then that ends up being a decision that negates. All right, so you come in, you search the room, and go ahead, roll your perceptions. And this is a description. The smell of old blood assaults your nose. The floor is covered with dried puddles of it. 4 floor-to-ceiling columns are spaced across the chamber, and chains have been strung between them like clotheslines. Animal carcasses hang on hooks from the chains. You see gutted and skinned antelope, deer, goats, what might be big cats, and even a few small bears. Some of this meat has been here for a while, if the smell is a reliable indicator.
I am appalled.
You have found the meat locker.
I am very appalled.
You know, Crunch, that produced wine would work really well on here.
Yeah.
And
I don't want to eat this whether it's cooked or not.
I'm not talking about eating it. I'm talking about just charring it so that way, you know, giving them a good cremation.
So basically, what you find in here is a lot of hung meat.
Is there anything else in there?
Meat. Lots of meat.
Lots of meat. Okay.
Alright, so I'll assume you guys leave the same way. I'm going to move you out. Alright, and I'm also going to assume these are what? Your dancing lights?
Dancing lights.
You love those dancing lights. Alright.
Can't see without.
We'll just, you name your guy Lantern Guy. Alright, so you would have some light going out to there. That's what you see.
Those of us with dark vision, what do we see? After 60 feet.
I can go further than lights. I just didn't know if that was a wall that I couldn't see how deep.
It goes down and then back up. So there's a drop down and then a rise. Basically, across the way is almost level with what you are, where you are. Oh my god. Let's get rid of the dings.
How deep?
Somebody's just pestering me. They want something. Kids.
Right.
How deep's the hole?
Let's read a description here. Well, it's not really drawn that way, but the floor drops down 10 feet at each ledge. So it goes down and then down.
So a simple acrobatics check will get us down there?
Yeah, you're going to have to climb down, or if somebody wants to hold a rope, then it's a matter of a 5 roll instead of... Well, Bob falls.
Yeah, I slipped down.
Here's a gift for you, Bob.
Can someone hold the rope for me? I'm not very dexterous.
Bob takes 6 damage. He tumbles down.
Okay.
Bob still had restrained on too, so.
Did you
What?
hold a rope for me, Mugrub?
Yeah.
Or you could just
Wow.
drop down and he catches you.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say, why don't Mugrub go down there and just grab, like...
How deep is it? I'm sorry.
10 feet.
Oh, I guess I'm pretty tall too.
Okay, I'm just gonna climb down and then climb back up.
Alright, so make a climb check.
It's down and down.
Alright, that'll get you down. And
Good at the getting up.
If I hold myself by,
that'll get you 2.
if I climb down with my arms, I'm only like 1.5 feet above the ground.
So, can I just drop down and then like catch people?
Well, you have to make a climb check to get down, and then, yeah, you can help them get down and catch them.
Alright.
You made it. Made it. Bob, you want to make your... Did you make your second check?
Yeah, 12.
Okay, that'll make it. I'm not making it hard, so... I'm being as nice as I can there. Well, were you climbing down, or...
I was like kind of trying to use my arms because I'm really tall.
I'm gonna stay right where I'm at.
You're not going anywhere?
I don't do climbs.
So,
Next time I'll have someone help me.
Dayrona's
I thought
down.
My height was gonna help me. but-
Sesame says, screw this noise. Crench is down the first one. He went down the second one. Let me see. Alrighty, so once you're here, and this is probably why Bob and Crench went running down. You basically see what looks like a trash heap on the floor. A lot of refuse, broken pottery, baskets, chewed up ropes and stuff.
It's
You
like-
also see discarded
Yeah.
clothes, worn boots, and you see a glint of shiny items in among the stuff.
I'll dig through it. I don't care.
Yeah.
Someone gonna help me up the second ledge?
I reach down and pull you up by your tail or whatever.
Yeah,
I
what's,
mean,
yeah,
I'm
she's
up pretty
climbing
far.
down to you because it's down and down. So hold on. Once you get down to the bottom and start searching, because Mugrub said he's going to start a searching, let's do this.
I'm down as well. My first roll was a 14.
I'm excited about this. Out of, and I'll open up the thing since you're down there with your dark vision. Out of the trash pile, you hear something say, roll initiative.
I knew it. It's one of those things from Death House.
The shambling mound.
That.
Don't hit it with lightning.
Well, we wouldn't know that as do not
Oh dear God.
what's it called? Metagame.
Troglodytes, nice.
All right, Quest, you're up.
Alright, so Quest is going to do something stupid. Gonna rapier this guy.
What do you mean? You're a melee bard, aren't you?
Apparently now he is.
I'm lore, but I mean, so... Okay, so I got 2 hits. Awesome.
Yeah, they're troglodytes.
There. And that's my turn.
All right.
Oh, hey, look, it's me. Alright, I would like to turn into a rhinoceros.
Okay.
I don't have that thing in my thing to drag it, so I don't know if you can do that or not.
Yeah, there's a way to do it. I've got to remember.
because I don't have access to monster manual. I'm on.
Well, this is the way to do it. So, oh crap! How do I? Let's do this. I forgot. There's a way to share the sheet. Let's drop that on there. Did he drop? Where is it? There it is, rhinoceros. And then let's do this. Alright, so this is going to be bad for some people.
Oh, well.
Because you know, I'm going to move you into the gray. Your butt becomes giant. And people get pushed out of your square. And there you are.
You should still be able to just drag it onto your character sheet.
I should, but it's not letting me.
Weird.
Oh, it's not gonna let me.
So let me see. Let me see if there's a way to. Oh wait a minute. Maybe this will do it. No.
At least I get the character sheet. That's good. That's good enough for me.
Did you get it?
Yeah. I would like to charge Troglodyte 1.
If you have the character sheet, can you drag it?
I cannot.
Alright, so which one do you want to do?
Troglodyte 1.
Alright.
I missed. Never mind.
Yeah. That's
Alright.
that's kind of funny.
It is, but also not.
So on your character sheet, you'll want to give yourself your temporary hit points for that. And I put it on.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
And for the record, no, I'm not a battle bard. I'm the College of Lore bard.
All right, Sesam,
Right.
Well, I tried.
you're up there going, I don't climb. So what you gonna do?
I'm gonna shoot troglodyte.
Okay. You hit.
And then that'll be it.
Crunch.
There we go.
Alrighty. So these boys. Get 3 attacks. A bite and 2 claws. So let's do this. Bite. Hits.
Yeah, I don't have a great AC. But I have lots of temporary HP. What was the total damage? Because it's not applying it to me.
It's applying it to the rhino. So it was 14. It's in there.
Okay, so I'll take the temp off of me, and then...
Yeah, so you should be at 31. Alright, troglodyte 3. Bob. Bite will hit. Two claws. Troglodyte 4. Alright, so that's the attacks on quest. You may feel free to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, gee, thanks. I appreciate it.
No, I mean, the rhinoceros.
Oh, why?
You're standing next to a troglodyte. You're starting your turn next to it, so make a con save.
Living filth and garbage.
You may be throwing up.
I did that through the day, Rona. Hang on. How do I make a saving throw through the rhinoceros?
I'll do it for you.
Oh, it's the same roll.
Yes, we have the same modifier, so...
Should have stuck with yours.
Yep.
Yes,
Oh well.
seriously.
So you are poisoned.
Great. It's fine. Everything is fine.
So go ahead and make your rolls from the rhino. That'll hit. All right.
Alright, I'll stay here for a sec.
Bob, make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. Alright, give us back here. Constitution. 16.
All right, you passed. You will be immune to the stench for an hour. Go ahead and attack.
Eldritch Blast. Which one's first?
The critical was first.
Alright, so. I heard it.
All right, hold on. So you should.
It was dying before that second weird row.
Yeah, he did. So he did all of his bolts on the one.
He was like, die, die, die.
Definitely.
All right, Mugrub.
Fuck.
Hey, good.
Fuck.
See, that was a nice, easy encounter.
Yeah.
All right, so you're gonna search the room, correct?
Yep.
Yep. French, look for trees.
Yep.
Let's see what we find.
appreciate the assist.
Yeah, you're welcome, bud. Gotta keep our dragon killer alive.
Yay!
Am I being the treasure chest and just carrying everything because I have the most weight? Scratch. Actually, no, I have the most weight.
Do you want to do that, or do you want me to just put it in as sold and give you the money?
That works.
That works.
I don't know. My maximum is 480, and my lift pusher drag is 960.
Yeah, but I have, mine's actually higher than what it says because I have the powerful build, so my carrying
That
weight
figures in. That is mine with powerful build.
Well, you
You
guys,
have powerful build too?
you guys
I
get.
know why we got disconnected, guys.
Why is
There
that?
was an update.
Oh, son of a bitch.
I got kicked all the way out, and
That's funny.
that's how I think.
Yeah, it's not making me update, so that's just stupid.
I think 12 o'clock at noon on Tuesdays is update day.
Oh my god, I just said that, and okay, it's because people are reconnecting.
Yeah.
Yay, money.
So you guys get your money, 77 gold pieces each, and Crench doesn't have to cry anymore. You finished this area.
Yay!
Hooray!
It was like 5 sessions.
Oh, 5 years later, our weary adventurers emerge from the cave. They can no longer see in the light because they haven't seen real light for
Well,
years.
then I'm completely blind.
It is funny. Alright, so let's take a look here and see if there's anything else that we need to do before this section's done. So, Dragon Hatchery. Alright, we have finished this. We're using the milestone experience rule. Everyone can level up to 4th level.
Woohoo!
So, let's get that done.
Alright.
I vote we fast forward to wherever we're supposed to go.
Bob, you're going straight Warlock, correct?
Yeah.
So we're good to just level up right now?
Take care of it. You're no longer in the cave.
Would you say I should take for my feet, babe?
Are you wanting to do a feat this time, or are you wanting an ability score improvement?
So, Bob, your ability score will move your charisma to... Do you want your charisma to go to...
Long rest before we level
18,
the...
yeah.
Oh, you can take it to 19.
I can. Well, no, I brought dexterity up 1 too, so it's even number.
Oh, so you made it 16, so charisma's 18. Okay. That works.
All right.
And that's the only thing you'll get out of that. Plus you'll get some spells, but...
Yeah.
So let's see what that'll do. That should already take care of...
So I get 1 more cantrip.
Yep, so you can add that. You'll have 5 spells known. So you can add another spell to your spells known list.
Is that a first level or second?
You could take first or second level slots.
All right.
Even if you take a first level spell, you cast it as a second level slot. So take a look at the seconds and see what you want there. And then I think you need another invocation because all we did was 1 of them.
Yeah, the only reason I was saying that thing about the long rest, I don't want it back up our hit die again and all that.
You know what you should take, Bob? You should take Armor of Shadows. That gives you mage armor at will without expending a spell slot or components. So that'll bump your AC up.
Ooh,
Oh, well, you're wearing armor, so you can't do that.
yeah.
Okay, I'll do that. So that'll be a 14 and that'll be a 18. The +1/+1. Yeah. Okay.
Now, did we take a long rest?
Yes. When you level, it's assumed you're back at town. You took a long rest.
It's not showing up on our stuff.
What, the long rest?
Yeah. And I don't want to do anything
There you go.
until after it does, because I don't want to screw up our hit die again.
I'm trying to decide what I want to boost.
Your ability to hit is never a bad thing.
Yeah, but AC and health is also not never a bad thing.
For some reason, it gave me 4 second level spell slots, and I should only have 3.
Oh, it's probably because I fucked with your character, seeing if you had not dragged and dropped.
As a general rule, I would say if you're a frontline melee guy, max out your strength, and then from there go to dex or con.
Yeah.
Because if things are dead, they can't hit you.
Is there a way to get rid of it?
That's a good question.
Yeah, let me go for you.
Oh!
Yeah, it's still showing only 2 hit die for me. What the Sam Hill?
You only get half your hit die back when you do a full rest.
But I've only ever used 1. Every time it only goes to 2.
Go to where it says class and level. And click the little hourglass, the magnifying glass.
And then click what?
That little magnifying glass that's right next to it.
Yeah.
So, where it says use, what's the number on that?
1.
And it says level 4.
No, I haven't put it up to 4 yet. I'm trying to resolve the screw-ups before I level it, and it still be screwed up.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Only thing I can think of is when you level, just drop that down to where it says used, just hit 0.
That'll work. I'll just do that. Oh, hey, there. Now it's fixed. Hallelujah.
Party taking long rest. That works.
You would have taken more than 1 once you got back to town, so there.
Okay.
Of any level or just.
And it looks like it's time for heavy armor master.
Oh, so you get that DR3,
Yup. It's like Barbarian Light.
basically. Yeah, after level 5, I've been debating taking fighter, so I get combat things, but I'm not sure if I want to. Sometime I need to just make a straight fighter.
Ooh, and I get a third cantrip.
Fighters are actually ridiculously good in 5th edition.
Yeah.
That spells under 0, right?
Yep.
All right, so you're not going to be able to transform into the rhinoceros because just looking at your circle forms, you can do a CR as high as 1,
Oh, I was.
and then
told too,
it's
that's
and then at 6th level you can transform into a beast with a CR as high as your druid level divided by 3 rounded down.
I thought moons.
Yeah, I am looking at the moon right now with the circle forms.
Really? Okay.
Well, my bad.
Not a problem. So
Well,
back to
whoever
Bear
does
and
this
Tigger
is
and shit like that.
bad.
It's been a while since I played a druid, but I was like, I let it go because I wanted those trogs done and us out of there, but I thought that was incorrect. I knew there was something funky with the level in the divisor, so.
Well,
Oh, okay.
Gosh, I think I screwed up my character.
What did you do? Because I already added your level in.
Yeah, no, I'm adding the 2 spells. And I was gonna add the cantrip of Blade Warren, Hoard, and then Hex.
Alright, so hold on. Let's take.
But I think I did the wrong thing.
Gesundheit.
Bless
thank
you.
you.
Bless it.
Oh, it snuck up on me.
What the hell?
Yeah.
But I can do swimming speed now.
Alright, let's do this. What I'm going to do is just delete your spells one at a time and replace them.
Yeah.
Because everything is not a Blade Ward.
No.
Cloud of Daggers, gone. Command, on. So everybody else leveled up?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oops. Trying to drag the whole window over. That ain't gonna work. Eldritch Blast. Hellish Rebuke.
Yay! There, and I got my heavy armor master coated. I'm ready to rock.
Nice.
Getting really frustrated at this whole double clicking thing.
Yeah, that gets old quick. Of course, I've had times when I thought it was funny. Like when we'd be doing something like raiding in WoW back when I used to play, and my son's mouse would go up, and he'd be double clicking and burning shit that he didn't intend to burn. And you just hear a bunch of screaming back there, and
So I felt during Diablo, I kept like almost demolishing things that I wasn't supposed to, but luckily it always asks, "Are you sure?"
yeah, well, I laughed my ass off when that stuff happened. He didn't think it was funny. All right, so you're fixed.
Alright. So how do I add a spell?
What are you trying to add? Just tell me.
Cantrip, I'm adding Blade Ward.
Blade Ward.
Yeah.
Done.
And then for the second level spell, where'd it go? Oh no, Hex. For second level, for first level spell.
Done.
Alright, I'm good then.
Yeah, you just gotta be careful. Sometimes if you drag stuff, I mean, everything just became a Blade Ward. I don't know how the hell you did that, but it was kind of funny.
Yeah, it was kind of funny.
Fortunately, it's an easy fix. It's not rebuild your character,
Yeah.
because that's not funny. Alrighty. So, let's see what the time is. 12:19. We got time. At this point, you've turned in your reconnaissance. You've told them that what you know about the how the cult's amassing treasure. It's being shipped north. And at this point, you have two dudes who are going to approach you. So you've already met Leosin, and you have another guy. Let's see if we can get a picture of these guys. Not a picture of rhinoceros. No pictures? What fun is that?
I forgot I got spike growth as my domain spell since I'm nature domain. I could have been using that handy dandy spell too.
It's pretty great.
What is this guy, a cleric of Torm?
Alright, so,
Oh, hey, that's what Leosin looks like.
so your buddy Leosin, who is recovered, and comes along with this guy. And they say, you know, we would like to speak with you if that's fine.
Sure.
They speak.
He says, you know, I'd like to invite you to my home so we can discuss what needs to be done at this point. Would you care to join me for dinner tonight?
Sounds good to me.
Free food is good food.
All right. So later in the evening, a squire shows up and he says, would you care to follow me? We're going to go ahead and we're going to meet in the tavern. So Froon Squire shows you to a private space off the tavern's common room and closes the door when he leaves. Waiting for you in the room are the broad-shouldered human paladin, the monk Leosin, and many pitchers of dark red wine. The paladin's face wears a serious expression, unlike its usual open countenance. My friends, we have important business to discuss. At this point, you know almost as much about it as we do. And thanks to you, we know twice as much today as we did a 10-day ago. Something rotten is afoot, but we have no formal organization to oppose these rascals, not yet anyway. We're working on that, and we need people like you who know how and when to fight, and how and when to keep your heads down and observe. We can't promise you anything except long days filled with danger and stress, but what could be better than that, eh?
I mean, we're half of that.
Yeah, he hasn't seen you guys like choose not to keep your heads down and get captured several times and murdered, and I'm sure you didn't tell him about the whole Roper incident. You're like, we are slayers of ropers and dragons.
We've killed 3 dragons in our day.
Exactly.
In one.
Or actually, well, one's a half dragon. So 3.5 plus scared one away.
That's why Quest is the MVP.
So,
Most vile persona.
Yeah.
Leosin
The one that dragons fear.
is going to discuss with you guys the possibility of joining the Harpers. And let me finish both these guys. The Harpers are dedicated to furthering equality and justice and to keeping power out of the hands of those who don't deserve it. He explains that the Harpers are loosely organized and that agents are allowed wide freedom of action. Froome explains that his organization shares a lot of the Harpers' principles, and he belongs to Order of the Gauntlet, but they're very different. The Order of the Gauntlet emphasizes faith, vigilance, and constant struggle against threats of evil. A lot of its members are clerics and paladins, but the Order welcomes anyone who shares its ideals. Discipline is key, and the Order is distinctly more structured and hierarchical. Both of you explain that both groups are concerned with the cult of the dragon. In the past, the cult was more active to the east and was focused on creating Dracoliches. Its shift to the Sword Coast, a new emphasis on living dragons, and Tiamat are a cause for concern. Right now they're on the move, and we also have another allied group that's not here with us tonight, the Emerald Enclave, that want to thwart their plans.
I'm thinking for me and the druid, we'd probably join that. That's what I was wondering. Is there one of those guys around?
No, they're not here today. And you don't have to join either faction, but there could be advantages to joining factions. I mean, if you want to hunt an Emerald Enclave guy down, you might be able to. But it's whether or not you join with a faction, or if you're just like, fuck that, I'm not a joiner. You know, they're okay with it either way. And the only important thing to them is that, you know, are you going to accept the mission of tracking these guys down, finding out where they're going, and helping them once again?
I'm down.
All right. So what would everybody like to do at this point?
Well, a harp is kind of an instrument. Sure.
You're just like, screw it, I'm a harper.
We're originally of bards and expanded out to take other people in. So yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Well, can we go to the store?
Yeah, let's spend some of the money we've got.
Yep. Tell me what you're looking for. I mean, basically, they're going to have whatever.
Studded leather.
I'm sorry, what?
Studded leather as well, yeah.
Yeah, if you have enough money, then Go ahead and purchase it.
That too.
I'm actually wondering how much do magic items cost.
What kind of is it?
5th edition is stupid. You really don't have magic items available to buy. It's you find them in the adventure, and that's pretty much it. That's always been my fault with 5th edition and the adventures. I mean, it's not like 3.5 or Pathfinder where, you know, based on the city size, you can buy items up to X gold. In 5th edition, you find it or you don't get it.
Not even, you know, like potions of greater potions of heal.
You'd be able to find potions of healing. A standard potion of healing.
But I'm talking about the, you know, the higher ones that are in D&D.
Yeah, they're not readily available.
Can I buy hide leather?
Well, you can buy hide armor if it's available.
I mean, that's what I meant. I said.
Okay. Okay, I was just
I
wondering.
need
like,
sleep.
I'd step away for just a second. I came back, and they were like, "You can if you don't find it, you can't get it." It's like I kind of wanted to buy some armor.
Well, I mean, normal items that are in the player's handbook, you can always buy.
Okay.
So if you want to buy hide armor, buy hide armor.
Nope.
Can I sell my leather armor?
Yes, at 50%.
I don't think
Okay.
it's flint.
Is there
Because it's all full of holes and been chewed on.
is there a store that sells like scrolls?
Blank, you can buy stuff to
Then you can make your own.
transcribe spells that you find, but no, you can't find magic scrolls.
If you make your own, though, it's kind of like having bonus emergency spell slots.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, that's the limiting factor with 5th edition, the way it's designed. It's not designed to have a dearth or a ton of magic items on characters.
That helped.
I would want some scrolls. That's what it says.
So that'd be, let's see, other items. You're buying stuff to write with, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can sell our old armor at half. Is that right? Trade it in.
Correct. You get half for old armor and weapons.
How do you do
Alright.
that? How do you remove an item so you can...
Just delete it.
You'll delete it and just look at the value and put half into your gold.
I'm gonna buy glaive.
Right, did it.
So, did you get what you needed, James?
Yeah. Except it's not registering at the AC point.
All right, well, hold on.
Make sure you have it equipped in the inventory.
Yep, I got it.
And did you unequip the other one?
I deleted it.
Gotcha.
Alright, so in that case, I've got a decent chunk of change here that burn a hole in my pocket.
Oh, it is correct because it starts with a base AC of 11, your dexterity is 16, which will make an AC of 14.
Yeah, but in the book it said base 12 for studded leather.
Let's take a look here because in Fantasy Grounds it's showing base AC 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, studded leather is supposed to be fun. Do you have a negative dex mod?
No, he's got a
No, I
plus
got
3.
Plus 3.
Yeah, so it should be 15. Unless you have a shield, then it should be 7.
No, I don't have have shield.
So 15.
Alright, so I have a feeling maybe you pulled something wrong over. Let me take a look. I'm going to get rid of the studded that you have. Alright, you're fixed.
Thank you. We may proceed.
Yep, point us in the direction of wherever we're gonna find out stuff about these weirdos. What's wrong?
Alright, so if anybody's joining either of those, just make a note on your character.
I'm a harper.
You know, it is a secret society. You probably don't want to be like, I'm Harper.
He's just running around. I'm Harper!
Everybody's like, we're happy for you.
Kill him.
Well, I mean, they do wear the little Harper pins on their thing, so they're not that secret.
Yeah.
What was the other? There's not another one.
Harper, Order of the Gauntlet, or if you want to hunt down the Emerald Enclave, I'll say you can find them as well.
What would the gauntlet like benefit me?
Think lawful, neutral, by any means necessary type of thing.
Oh, nah.
And the Enclave, they're just tree huggers.
Yeah, so I joined the Enclave because I'm a nature cleric, so, you know, kind of my deal. And after we get
Tracker.
I will
Sorry, I keep
leave it
muting
open.
myself.
I'll go
You've
ahead.
probably been talking for like 2 minutes.
I
I'll go
want to
ahead.
do the same one Gretch is.
Yeah, but I don't need to do that now. I can do that after the game.
Yeah, just, it's the Emerald Enclave.
That's what I want to do.
That's fine. It's good. Why aren't they listening to me?
Awesome goes, you're muted.
They must have hated me now. Let me get rid of these 2 maps since we're done with the hatchery and no one ever wants to see those maps again.
I don't.
Don't worry, there are worse maps.
Oh, I'm 100% sure about that. But I don't want to see that specific one again.
All right. Let's get to this.
I'm selling my weapons and taking 2 scimitars.
All right, so here you go. Any items that you bought, so clothing, gear, even weapons, Froome pays for them.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
And it's
Really?
and it's all because you didn't hold out for more money.
Right.
You would have gotten a lot more money. But that's fine. You're given 50 gold pieces each to cover expenses on your trip, and he pays for gear.
Well, that changes things considerably.
Yeah, I buy all the gear that the town has.
Then you're so bogged down you can't move.
No, and a wagon. And a couple of oxen.
Actually, he says that isn't going to work because when you get to Baldur Gate, they don't allow wagons or horses in there.
So you said 50 gold pieces each, you said?
You get 50 gold pieces to cover your expenses.
Okay.
He has arranged for you to take a vessel down, selling a vessel downstream. It'll take about 3 days. If it ties up overnight for safety. 2 if you want to push it through the night by lamplight.
Push it good.
I would rather not push it because I don't want to be exhausted.
So at this point, you have a quest.
Sally Ford.
So we're going to add that to our quest table. Oh, no, I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. Ha ha.
Har, 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 har.
All right. So what you do know is that Baldur's Gate doesn't allow wagons, pack animals, horses, or even dogs in the city.
Doesn't allow what into the city? Sorry.
Wagons, pack animals, horses, or even dogs. So if you had any pets, you wouldn't be bringing them here.
Well, I was being facetious anyway. Have you within lane for my new split? Or well, I mean, I guess if he's paying for it, do they have a pseudo plate here? I mean,
No.
Plate's pretty rare, to be
well,
fair.
yeah, but I'm just saying, if they're gonna put it, I think.
Oh yeah, no, definitely understand.
Yeah, it says like even weapons. I'll give you like your basic armor that you're buying, but he's not going to foot that kind of cash.
I like having the hide armor because it increases my AC.
And until you're in beast form, and then it drops.
Well, that's fine, but anything helps, and I'm not allowed to wear metal, so.
Take a level or two of barbarian at some point, because all the barbarian abilities are useful in your weirdo forms, including you get a boost to your armor class just because, hey, I'm a barbarian.
It's fine. I'm good.
All right, so is everybody equipped up and ready to roll?
Yep. It looks like Sesam has to go soon, though.
Well, we can
got-
just assume
I got about
Sesam
another
is coming with us.
10 minutes.
I'm assuming not much is going to happen in the last few minutes, unless we try and get somewhere.
Yeah, I think somebody just said they have 10 minutes, so we might be stopping at 12:50. So you make your way to Baldur's Gate, and I know they throw that in there about 3 days or 2 days, but nothing happens on the way. So you get to Baldur's Gate, and Froome had let you know that there's a contact that you need to speak with named Akin Celeban. He operates an equipage business in the outer city north of the city wall in a district called Blackgate. Once you get there, you're going to need to buy the material needed for a long distance freight haul, because from here you're traveling to Waterdeep, which is about 750 miles.
Yay.
So we need horses.
Or we
They don't have
And
horses here.
the main thing that you're going to try to do, you're going to use him to get yourselves hired on as guards for a northbound caravan. He can't give you work with a specific merchant. You'll probably be hired out to multiple merchants. Otherwise, it would be suspicious. But he'll be able to get you so that you are traveling north with the caravan, and won't be conspicuous.
I mean, I'm willing to foot the bill for us just to take a
No, that's not an option in the adventure. So you are going to hire yourselves out as a guard.
Okay.
I'm fine with guard work.
That's fine.
As long as there's
As
no
long as they don't
ropers.
make me wear metal.
Works.
They're going to strap all kinds of metal on you, and you're going to be carrying metal all day long.
It doesn't say anything about me having a hard, like I have an aversion to carrying metal or wielding metal. Just I won't wear it.
All right, so I think this is what we're going to do. You guys managed to get hired out to various merchants that are hiring guards. and you're going to start making your way north on the caravan. I'll determine this week which merchants you're going to get hired out to. I honestly expected us to die horribly again. So, all right. So next week we're going to pick up with traveling to Waterdeep.
100 miles north.
And you know what that means. It's going to be, there's some randos that are going to happen. There are going to be established encounters that'll happen. And some of these are really freaking horrible. So hopefully we can make it through this. And you know how it goes. There are going to be other guards on the caravan, but guess who does most of the fighting?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's to be expected, and I love combat, so I'm all good with it. But just out of character, just asking, so do they just pretty much railroad us? Like, because, like, I was like, why the hell can't you take a boat to a seaport?
Well, Baldur's Gate isn't on the sea. You're traveling
Well, yeah,
from
I-
inland to a seaport, and either way, I mean, that's just the way it's written. They want you not to go flaunt money, travel by boat, and then go running up. They want you to be inconspicuous, just a bunch of normal guys. He had you guys basically change your garb and everything so that you weren't recognizable. At this point, people around here probably know who you are, and he's trying to make it so that you are inconspicuous and just a bunch of guys and gals traveling north guarding crap that you don't care about like every other guard.
Seems legit. Dude's paranoid. Check.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a cult, and you know cults are always into everybody's crap. So they're trying to make sure that, even if they're cultist figure, if there is a port, they're probably watching for people that meet your description so they can kill you. In a caravan, it's going to be less likely if you've changed what you look like a little bit and you're traveling north. And so he's trying to get you there the best way possible without drawing unnecessary attention. Because you're going to have enough attention once you start attacking these guys.
I just
Yeah.
assumed that,
Sucks to be cringe, because they're gonna be like, just kill all orcs on sight.
Could be. Could very well be. So, yep, we're going to call it early so that we don't get stuck in a major combat or something. Good job not dying to the roper. I thought that it was going to go poorly. I really did.
Everything is fine.
So you guys actually made it out alive.
Woo!
Yay, us.
And it didn't require any divine intervention this time. This time. And honestly, the last roper was probably the last divine intervention I can give, because the rest of these things are all just kill you things.
Oh yeah, it's fine.
So
I already have like 6 characters ready. It's fine.
that's not a good thing. So, all right, we'll catch you guys next week. Good game.
See you tomorrow.
And
We should be more survivable too. We've got more healing, and we've got 2 tanks now, basically. Now that I've got to my heavy armor.
well, plus you've got more spell slots and stuff, which helps. So, as long as between these encounters you have some rest opportunities, then you're okay.
Once we hit level 5 and Crunch gets spiritual guardians, we'll be fine.
You're just rooting for that because you liked it when I used them.
It's such a good spell. It's like my favorite spell of 5th edition.
It is good. I mean, it hurts you guys bad in that combat.
Yeah, it's basically free damage as long as you have concentration.
Yep.
The worst or most broken spell in 5th edition, I can't remember the name, but Rangers and Druids get it. It's basically, anytime you're out of combat, you get healed to full.
Oh, spirit. It's
I know, it's like a beam and everybody has to do the hokey pokey thing.
yeah, no, it's I forget what it is. It's like spirit totem, something like that.
Yeah,
But
it's just crazy because it's better than any other healing spell in the game. You get like 8 level spells.
yep. Especially because it's a bonus action to move where it is and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, which one
But
are you?
anyway,
Yeah. All right. All right, guys. Well, good game.
Have a good week, everyone.
We'll
good game, guys.
see some of you guys later in the week. Everybody else, see you on Tuesday.
Yep. Later.
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 Yeah. Bye.
Bye. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching, and we will catch you next time.